And the Pickens County School District is investigating an altercation involving students during a school-sponsored football retreat in Lawrence County. Leaders say the incident involved students were D.W. Daniel High School. Officials say they're following district and athletic policies, cooperating with law enforcement, and reviewing the program as a whole. Now, the district says student privacy laws limit what details they can share, but they're taking the matter seriously. We have reached out to the Presbyterian College Campus Police and are waiting to hear back. And 7 News is your local election headquarters. South Carolina congressional Republican Ralph Norman announced his bid for governor today in Rock Hill. Norman stood in front of the crowd explaining his top priorities if elected. And that included cutting wasteful spending, fixing South Carolina's infrastructure, and implementing term limits for state legislators, claiming public service was never meant to be a lifelong career.
My top priority will be fixing South Carolina's infrastructure. Yes, we will finally fix our crumbling roads and bridges. Get this, South Carolina leads the nation in 50% of our roads that need to be rebuilt. 50% from the ground up. It's totally unacceptable to have our roads, bridges, and drinking water and sewer to have a D rating.
And Norman, who's known for being one of the more conservative Republicans in Congress, has been a key supporter of President Trump, including his push to end diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. And Norman joins a growing list of Republicans who've announced their intentions to be the Palmetto State's next governor. Among the candidates are Attorney General Alan Wilson, Senator Josh Kimbrell, and Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evette. Governor Henry McMaster is term limited, meaning his tenure ends next year. And in the Spartanburg County Sheriff's race, candidates will have another chance to speak with constituents in Chesnee. The Chesnee Area Development Association is hosting a forum tomorrow at Chesnee High School. Event organizers say the forum will allow candidates to share their platforms and answer questions directly from the public. The forum starts at 6:30 tomorrow. We'll have all you need to know on WSPA.com. Yeah, thanks, Nicole. As you just said, these temperatures, well, they're not going anywhere. Emergency cooling shelters are now open across the upstate, including Spartanburg County. 7 News' Scarlett Lizjak has more.
Spartanburg County Emergency Management has opened a cooling shelter at 701 Saxon Avenue. The shelter is a volunteer effort led by the Spartanburg County Community Emergency Response Team.
Anytime the temperature is extreme or we get a heat advisory, we like to open one of these to anybody in Spartanburg County who might need to get out of the heat, who might not have air conditioning at home, who might not have a home.
Organizers say the team is deployed during periods of extreme cold and extreme heat to open and operate a shelter for the community.
Heat is incredibly dangerous, especially because you don't see it coming. You don't see the symptoms until it's too late.
The shelter is open to anyone who needs to beat the heat, cool down with some water, and even watch a movie in the AC.
We do lunch and dinner. We have snacks, we have water. We try to get Gatorades and stuff like that. Most everything is donated or provided by one of our volunteers. We have medical supplies in case of emergencies. We had someone donate some shirts today so that people who came in here who were completely covered in sweat could change and get a chance to wear something dry.
Volunteers tell us they have opened more cooling shelters so far this summer than in previous years.
For this stretch, we started on Friday, but we had one like 2 or 3 days before that and a couple days before that, so we have had quite a few this year already. It's just been a really hot summer. It's been disproportionately hot and or severe weather, because we open them with severe weather as well. So it's just, I mean, we're setting a record, right? This is the longest we've had over 90 degrees in Spartanburg ever. So broke that record, and I think yesterday we broke the hottest day for that day record as well.
Volunteers say the cooling shelter will remain open through Thursday. Reporting in Spartanburg County, Scarlett Lizjak, 7 News.
The shelter will be open 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. throughout the week. Firefighters in Horry County rushed to a home yesterday morning after reports of a garage explosion. Take a look at the aftermath here. Crews say smoke quickly spread throughout the house, displacing at least 6 people. Officials say the fire caused significant damage, but luckily no one was hurt.
Definitely in shock. You know, it don't feel like it's real. You always think it can't happen to you. And when it does, it definitely puts you in a moment of disbelief. You don't think it doesn't feel real when it happens.
And crews were able to also rescue 2 cats, giving them oxygen on the scene. A woman in Henderson County is behind bars after investigators say she intentionally started a fire. Blue Ridge Fire and Rescue say they responded to a structure fire Thursday morning in the East Flat Rock community. After the fire was put out, deputies were called in after suspicion that it was intentionally set. The Henderson County Sheriff's Office has since charged 35-year-old Emily Brown in connection to that incident. She faces 1 charge of second-degree arson. That fire still remains under investigation. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Henderson County Sheriff's Office at the number here on your screen. 6 people are dead after a crash in West Charlotte this morning. Authorities say it happened on I45 shortly before noon today. A medic says the 6 people were pronounced dead at the scene. 1 other person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities have not yet said what led up to that crash or if any charges have been filed.
Now a bill that's passed the Senate this session is a Doge bill modeled after the initiative under the Trump administration. 7 News State House reporter Caroline Jaffa tells you about the bill and its future.
Here at the State House this session, Senate Republicans passed a Doge Commission bill, and it's awaiting debate in the House. The Doge bill, which stands for Department of Government Efficiency, would create a panel of 9 people, appointed by legislative leaders and the governor, and 1 additional person would be assigned to oversee the panel.
I just want to get a conversation started about what good governance looks like and how to oversee that. And so I think this bill does that.
The people on the panel would not be paid anything.
Counterintuitive to grow government, to increase the size of government, and to pay for that with taxpayer dollars while trying to provide for better governance and oversight.
Currently, there is an oversight committee that visits agencies once every couple of years, but Senator Stephen Goldfinch says we need to do more.
I think that the public probably expects more or demands more. We can expect and demand more as legislators. And so, yeah, I think we can do better.
But not everyone agrees this bill is the way to do it.
Republicans have controlled every lever of government in South Carolina for the past 22 years, from the governor's mansion to the state Senate to the state House of Representatives. So if there are issues with governmental spending or regulation, then they can only blame themselves for that issue.
He says he's worried that this bill could lead to citizens suffering.
I am not opposed to looking at ways to streamline government services and look at ways to make sure that we're running government efficiently. But I am opposed to doing anything that would hurt the people of South Carolina and that would be at their detriment.
Goldfinch says he has spoken with House leadership and they are full steam ahead on this bill. In Columbia, Caroline Jaffa, 7 News.
So if the bill passes the House, it most likely would need to be approved then by the Senate again. From there, it would go to the governor's desk for his signature or possibly a veto.